It really is true, right? I mean, how we hold that idea of being lost in your embrace, in unity, would be that we are held in the embrace of each other. Yeah? That the divinity in you is embracing me when I'm feeling very human. And my divinity is available to you when you are feeling very human, right? That's what we do for each other. So we have a very special treat today. As you can see, they're setting up. We are focusing on gratitude this month, and we're also paying attention because next week Reverend Cynthia is coming, and she will be doing the Heritage and Healing Workshop. So if you haven't signed up for that, please do. It's Friday night, and it's Saturday during the day, and it really promises to be a really powerful process. Cynthia has said that she believes that this is the most important process out of all the work that we could do with her. So please do try and clear your schedule so that you can join us. It's hybrid, so you can be online, or you can actually be in the room with us. So what the fabulous team has set up for us. So can we just get some love for this team over here? Monica Walsh, Larry, James Henry, Dory, Jim Walsh is here somewhere. What they have put together is Ministrivia. And we are gonna, because here's the thing, right? Especially with the week I've had, and I know some of you have been sharing with me the week you had. Sometimes spiritual work can really feel like work. Can anybody, can I get an amen on that? Right. And so what's equally important is coming together and being lighthearted and having fun and allowing that to also be part of our spiritual practice. I loved how Cindy said, the joy in me salutes the joy in you, right? So that's what we're going to be doing today. Today is all about allowing some lighthearted joy and fun to be part of what our experience is, while we also stand in gratitude for the legacy that we stand upon right now, and as we set ourselves up in consciousness for the heritage and healing work that we're going to be doing next weekend. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to this fabulous team, Ministrivia.
Fastest growing quiz show, Ministrivia. And now, please welcome your host for today's show, Stubby J.
Unity in Marin. Thank you. Welcome to Unity Worldwide's fastest growing game show, Ministrivia, or as they call it at world headquarters in Kansas City, Unity's fastest growing concern. Today we have a wonderful show ready for you, but first, you know, this place doesn't swing unless it has that thing. That thing is provided by the one and only Jason Myers on piano. Awesome. Thank you, Jason. We're so excited to be here. We have a fun-packed show for you today, and we want to get right to it by introducing today's contestants. Thank you. Love that drum roll. All right. Our first contestant, you all know, is a gentleman by the name of James Henry. James Henry, tell us a little about yourself. Tell us about yourself, James.
Thank you, Stubby K. My name is James Henry, and...
James, I'm sorry, this thing must be malfunctioning. Gosh darn, we're running out of time. Let's move on to Larry Gorski. Larry, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks, Jim. I'm glad to be here.
Doggone it, Larry. We're going to have to get this thing checked out. I am terribly sorry. It must be malfunctioning. Hey, oh, I feel terrible. I feel terrible. Hey, our third contestant is a spiritual powerhouse. She's a board trustee here at Unity. She's a prayer chaplain. She's rumored to be going home with a certain game show host today. I call her Ma'am, she who must ultimately be obeyed. But you call her Monica Johannes Meyer-Walsh. Wonderful to have you today, contestants. Now, as you know the rules, we're making them up as we go along. Just to make sure you have all the support you need, we've divided up the ministry, the congregation, to give you the support and prayer that you need. James, as you are on house right, this side of the house is yours. You need help, you need prayer, call on him. There's your guy, Unity. Larry Gorski, you're on house left. This side of the ministry is yours. Yeah! And Monica Walsh, just like at home, this whole place is yours. Come on. Now, we have some special prizes for today's winners. Dory Pardo, give us a hint. What is the first place prize today at Unity?
Well, Jim, it's lunch with you.
Me? How awesome. Dory, what's the second place prize?
Yes, Jim, it's 2 lunches with you.
Oh, well, all right. Yeah. I just hope you like Taco Bell. That's all I got to say about that, all right? Now, it's time to move on. Let's begin today's program with the categories. Category 1, prayer is good. What else you got? Category 2, show me your papers. And category 3, who did that? Monica Johannes Meyer, we didn't flip a coin before the show, but if we had, you'd have won. So start us out.
Why, thank you, Stubby. I think I'd like to go with prayer is good, what else you got, for 100.
Prayer is good, what else you got for 100? This minister has a pilot's license. Who could that be?
Oh, who could that be?
I can think of a minister that causes us to fly higher every week, but this is in the physical realm.
Okay, well, who is Reverend Richard?
Reverend Richard, the answer is... coming up. Yes! You're right, Monica. Continue on. Next question, please. Next answer, please. One more for Monica. If we have time, Lori, we'll get to you. All right.
The next question, let's see the board again. Oh, show me your papers for 200.
Show me your papers for 200. And the answer is, this minister became senior minister at Unity before the age of 50. Who could that be?
Well, she looks so young, so I'm going with Reverend Deanne.
Going with Reverend Deanne? Oh, let's see. The answer is... oh! So sorry, Monica. But you know what? We're going to give it to you anyway because nepotism lives at Unity. Chris, give her a 200. All right. Oh, rough house. Gee. All right, Larry Gorski, you're up.
See, we need to take the lead. How about who did that for 400?
Who did that for 400? Awesome. The question is, the answer is, the minister successfully navigated the challenges of the pandemic, building a strong virtual community, and returning us to in-person services. Who could that be, Larry?
Who could that be? Any help for my team? Reverend Tim.
I got a feeling he's laying in bed with a second cup of tea right now. Tim, shout out to you, brother. The answer is Reverend Tim. Yes! All right, Larry, that's enough of you. James, you're up. What do you got?
All right, let's see. To take the lead, I have to get one of the 500, right? So, prayer is good. What else you got for 500?
For 500. Ooh, interesting. The answer is this minister regularly meditated upon the bench that now sits outside Reverend Deanne's office.
Got some help over there?
House right?
I think it's Candida.
Candida?
And your answer is?
I'm going with... Yeah.
Candida is the answer, and Reverend Candida. Very good. Very good.
Oh, but he did not answer that in the form of question.
Oh!
Who is...
This thing is going off. Terribly sorry, James. We had rumors that Monica was high in compliance. Monica, let's go back to you. A category and amount, please.
Show me your papers for 100.
Show me your papers for 100. The answer is, this minister became senior minister immediately after graduating from seminary with no prior church experience.
Some help? Okay. Who is Reverend Bill?
Reverend Bill, and the answer is, or Candida or Richard, but wait a minute. Wait a minute, I thought Deanne was like the new kid. You didn't just come out of seminary and, no. Apparently you had some other stuff going on, like experience and interested. Well, let's give it to her, Monica Johannesmeyer. Applause. This one's for the booth. Every time she answers one right, applause. Okay, all right. Monica, back to you for another. Let's give you a shot at catching up.
Okay. Who did that for 100?
Who did that for 100? This minister led a matching fundraiser, sparked by Kevin and Lynn's generous donation, raising $72,000 with 131 members participating, and I don't know, but Deanne's only been here 100 days, but who could it be? Who could it be?
Well, I'm going with Reverend Deanne.
Reverend Deanne, the answer is... Woo, Reverend Deanne. Say what you will.
Technically, she didn't say it right. She didn't ask who is.
Larry Gorski. Larry, you are not going to question shame the other contestants today, all right? So we're going to take 200 off of Larry's score, give it to Monica. What is it about nepotism you don't get, huh? All right, Larry, we'll give you a chance to make amends. Category and amount.
Okay, prayer is good. What else do you get for 400?
Prayer is good. What else you got for $400? The answer is, this minister was trained in the specialty of hospital chaplaincy.
Who is Reverend Tim?
Who is Reverend Tim? And the answer is... Not only would we have accepted Reverend Deanne as an answer, but we would have given you more points for Reverend Deanne. So knock him down to 500. We need a close ratio. I mean, we love Tim. We know he's watching right now, but hey, Tim, you got to be present to win, okay? Just all right. James, you're up.
All right. Who did that for 500?
Who did that for 500? He's going for all the marbles. Whoa. Unity in Marin grew out of small group meetings in this minister's home.
Come on. Are you on my team now? I'm hearing Reverend Deanne over here. Who is Reverend?
I'm James. I'm sorry. We have to disqualify you. You've been taking answers from the wrong side of the church. You can talk to Lee Young when this thing's over, but ixnay with the oints pay. All right, we're coming down. We're on the back stretch right now, Monica. You're up. Category and amount, please. Oh. Hey, we do not have to keep the heat on in this building. I'm just saying, all right? All right. Amanda.
How about who did that for 200?
Who did that for 200? The answer, under this minister's watch, Hamilton Montessori School was established. Ooh, good one.
Well, who's got an answer for me? Who's got a question for me? Okay, thank you. Who is Reverend Bill Englehart?
Reverend Bill Englehart, and the answer is Reverend Bill Englehart. Reverend Bill, we know you're out there too, probably watching this a few weeks hence. Love the car, and by the way, thanks for loaning me the threads. Really, thank you. Okay, Monica, you're on a roll.
Okay, well, prayer is good. What else you got?
For
200.
For 200. Prayer is good. What else you got? This minister has a black belt in martial arts.
Okay. Oh, wait. We have a contestant with a black belt in martial arts, Stubby. You might want to be careful.
And your answer, your question is?
My question is, who is Reverend Bill?
Who is Reverend Bill? And the answer is Reverend Bill. Very good. All right, let's see. The guy sitting next to you has been awfully pouty today, but all right, Gorski, we'll give you another shot.
Okay. Who did that for 500 and the lead?
Fat Chancellor. All right, my friend. Unity and Marin grew out of small group meetings in this. Didn't we already do this? I think we already did this. All right.
You
You're going to have to take
disqualified me
500
on
off
that
Larry's.
one.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. All right, Monica says no. All right, Larry, another category, please, and amount.
Okay, show me your papers for 500.
Show me your papers for 500. This minister served in double-digit years as senior minister at Unity and Marin.
Wow.
A murmur crosses the crowd.
Who is Richard Manti? Who is Bill Englehart? And who is Candia?
I'm sorry, Larry, but you only get one answer. Larry, we talked about the rules. We said we're making them up as we go along. Come on. James, you're up.
All right.
The fix is on. Larry.
We've got rights. We've got rights.
All right. Give him some points. Give him some points. All right. You have no idea how much time and toil went into the plan. And this is the gratitude we get. Okay. James.
All right, Stubby. Show me your papers for 300 and 400.
Do you want to choose one, James? Oh, here we go. This minister came to Unity and Marin with 30 years experience in nonprofit administration and church management.
Little help on this one? All right. Who is Reverend Deanne?
Who is Reverend Deanne? And the answer is yes, Reverend Deanne. I'm doing the math on this, and boy, oh boy, she started young, didn't she? It turns out Turns out that skill set brought to Unity and Marin the toolkit that gave us regular Wednesday night concert programming, the first ever women's drumming circle at Unity and Marin, and hospitality is back. Boy, am I hungry. Have you tried the sourdough yet? Okay, Monica, the pressure's on. You're down 100.
That's right.
All right, James. This is a hard game to fix.
Show me your papers for 400.
Show me your papers for 400. This minister has decades of experience as an educator working with a diverse population.
Who is Reverend Deanne?
Who is Reverend Deanne? What a guess it is, Reverend Deanne! Absolutely right, James. Absolutely
right.
right.
Another turn?
Let's see. All right, one more, James.
All right.
This to tie for the lead.
Who did that? 300.
Who did that for 300? Instrumental in the purchase of our beautiful Marin Unity and Marin campus. This minister was.
I got this one because I was here for that.
What do you got?
Who is Reverend Richard?
Reverend Richard.
Yes.
All right, we have a two-way tie for first. We have one question left. Monica Johannesmeyer.
The pressure's on.
What would you like to do?
The last question.
All right. Oh, gosh, this could be anyone. This minister is a Reiki master. Reiki master, even better.
Reiki master. Well, audience, who do you think? Okay. Stubby, who is Reverend Deanne?
Who is Reverend Deanne? And the answer is Reverend Deanne! For 300 and the win, today's big winner, Monica Johannesmeyer Walsh. Woo! Wow. What a nail biter. I didn't see that coming, Monica. You just, that was awesome. That was awesome. Congratulations. All three?
Does that mean I have to make lunch, or are you taking me out?
Yes. Yes, it does. Well, you know, one thing is clear. From this exercise, one thing is clear. Here at Unity Marin, we may play Jeopardy, but we are not in jeopardy. And the reason we are not in jeopardy is because we have strong, diversely experienced leadership in the form of Deanne Morency. Come on up here. Come on up here. And she's just crazy enough to let an Irishman have a microphone on the stage. God bless you. So, Deanne, I'm curious. You've been here all of 100 days.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of in your 100 days here?
Oh, you know, there are actually so many things. I'm amazed at what we as a community have accomplished in 100 days. We have doubled attendance on Sundays regularly, right? We have, we raised $72,000 in a fundraiser. Right? We have people just showing up. We have a welcome team. The Unity Rocks is coming back online, right? We've got people volunteering to serve. We have You know what I do love? I have to say, Larry and I were talking about this before service. One of my most poignant moments every Sunday is when I invite people who understand themselves as being someone who's holding consciousness for the community, and half the community stands up and circles this space. I am just so proud that we get to stand in who we are. And I guess I'm just really proud of the energy. I feel like there's a ton of energy happening, and there's a lot of enthusiasm, and you can feel the possibility and the potential.
Well, Deanne, it wouldn't be happening without a giant conduit of energy from Source, and you've really brought it here, Deanne. Thank you. So let me ask you, what are you looking forward to in your next 100 days?
Wow. You know, I have to say, I am really looking forward to Cynthia coming and doing this heritage and healing process next Sunday, next weekend. I really think that's going to be incredibly powerful. And I'm super also excited for the holidays, of course, for a chance to be with all of you for the entire holiday season, and bring my particular twist on Advent and letter writing and all that good stuff. And then I am so excited for us to come together in January and revisit our vision, mission, and core values. I think that that's just going to be, it's going to bring us together. It's going to give us focus and direction for where we're going in 2023. And so that's the next 100 days. And I'm really, really excited to be doing all of this with all of you. So thank you.
Awesome. Deanne, thank you.